Hello, and welcome to this first lecture of a new section, new topic on effective communication and collaboration in construction management. So, what we're going to do in this section is to give you a good view of effective communication and collaboration that you need to do to achieve your construction management goals. And we will begin by taking a look at one of the things of how to establish clear communication channel among various stakeholders. Before we do that, let's first understand what are the elements of effective communication and collaboration. So obviously, the first thing is to establish this clear communication channels between the stakeholders, among the stakeholders. And then you need to foster teamwork between contractors, designers, engineers, and clients. And these are a variety of people from different internal and external parts. And then you can also use project management tools to streamline updates and documentation to help communicate and collaborate. So, how to establish clear communication channel among stakeholders? Any thoughts? See, first, let's understand that this has its own benefits, right? Establishing clear communication channels among stakeholders is crucial to ensure smooth collaboration, minimize misunderstandings, and achieve project objectives. So it is only not a nice thing, it is something that helps you achieve your project objectives with smooth collaboration and minimization of misunderstanding. So, what are the steps that you can take to achieve this? So, first, what you need to do is to identify stakeholders and their needs. As you see here, identify all stakeholders, whether they are clients, contractors, suppliers, government agencies, understand their roles, their communication preferences, and information needs, and also figure out the level of influence and interest to group the stakeholder based on their level of influence and interest in the project. So identify stakeholders and their needs in such a simple table. Then develop a communication plan. Define the purpose of your communication in terms of whether it is update, decision making, conflict resolution. Identify what information needs to be shared, such as timelines, budgets, or progress reports, and decide how often communication will occur and through which channel. Is it through emails, meetings, project management tools, etc., etc. So develop such a communication plan. Then choose appropriate communication tools. You could use digital platforms where you can use project management tools like Microsoft Teams, Slack, or Asana for real-time updates and collaboration. You could centralize, documents on platforms like SharePoint, Google Drive, or Dropbox. Use the reporting tools, leverage dashboards like Power BI and Tableau for visual progress updates. Or you could use traditional methods like you can incorporate phone calls, emails, or in person meetings for specific shareholder needs. So choose the appropriate communication tool. That is extremely important as per the preference of the stakeholder. Establish clear roles and responsibility. Assign a project communication manager or designate team members to lead discussions with specific stakeholders. Define who handles specific types of issues or conflicts and clarify decision-making authority of on various project aspects. So establish clear roles and responsibilities. Create a stakeholder communication matrix where you have stakeholders name, who needs the information, what type of information do they need, how often they need to be updated, which communication channel, and who will deliver that communication. And here you see an example of that, a small example, short example of that. Foster open and transparent communication. Provide avenues for stakeholders to share concerns and suggestions. Ensure all stakeholders' inputs are acknowledged and considered and shared updates honestly, including challenges or delays. Conduct regular meetings. There you could do kickoff meetings where you align expectations and establish communication norms at the project start. Then have regular check-ins to review milestones, address issues, and update stakeholders, and form subcommittees or specific task forces for specific aspects of the project. And you can use visual communication is a great way. As they say, a picture is worth thousand words. So we provide, real-time visual insights into project progress, budgets, and risk. Summarize complex data in a clear, concise manner, and use tools like BIM to visually demonstrate project designs and updates. So use visual communication as much as you can. Monitor communication effectiveness, use surveys or direct feedback to assess the clarity and usefulness of communications. Then monitor responses to emails, meeting participation, and platform usage, and refine methods and tools of communication based on stakeholder preferences and feedbacks. Handle conflicts proactively, establish protocols for addressing disputes among stakeholders, use third-party mediators or facilitator for sensitive issues, and encourage stakeholders to work towards common goals. Here is an example of a workflow for communication. In the planning phase, you need to develop a stakeholder matrix that we talked about that will clarify understanding on communication needs. Then implement in the implementation phase, use tools and schedule regular updates, and that will ensure you have a streamlined information flow. Then assess feedback and adjust methods in the monitoring phase for continuous improvement in your communication. So here is an example of a case study, a case study example in a project which is large-scale urban development project where the challenge was diverse stakeholders with conflicting priorities. And what did the team do? They implemented a centralized communication platform, conducted weekly stakeholders meeting, and shared project dashboards, and established escalation protocols for resolving conflicts. And what was the outcome? There was an improved collaboration, reduced misunderstanding, and timely project completion. So, by following these steps that we outlined in this lecture, you can ensure that the communication among stakeholders is clear, efficient, and aligned with project goals. So what do we do next? The next we will look at another part of communicating effectively is how to foster teamwork between contractors, designers, engineers, and clients, which is quite a challenge, especially when they come from such diverse backgrounds. So thank you so much for watching this effective communications and collaboration first lecture in Master in Construction Management. I hope you're continuing to learn new things, continuing to enjoy, and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture. Please feel free to message me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions, and do download the PDF file to take a look at anything that you need to.